What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come in and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on Travis Hunter, right? And I know that it is early in Travis Hunter's NFL career. They only played 2 games so far. But even before Travis Hunter played his first game, his first NFL regular season game, or even before that, I just didn't think that Travis Hunter would be able to play on both sides of the football in the NFL. I just didn't, I didn't think that he looked like he was big, strong, and durable enough to play on that side of the ball. And some people don't even think that he has the talent to play on both sides of the football. Some people feel like Travis Hunter needs to focus on one side of the ball, either offense or defense. In my opinion, I think Travis Hunter should focus on offense, though, because I watched him in the preseason, and I think in the preseason, I don't think he can be as physical enough to stop any of these, number one, the big wide receivers. And then when it comes for him to help out and run support, I don't think he's physical enough. I've seen him miss an easy tackle, a couple easy tackles in the run game. So it's a lot different coming up and trying to stop the run when these guys. First of all, if you're gonna have to you had to deal sometimes with a fullback, every once in a while a fullback, and then these physical linemen. Man, I don't see him really being able to do that at the NFL level or at on a consistent basis, or be satisfactory enough to be able to help out run support, right? So I watched Jason Whitlock, him and Coach JB was discussing this very thing. Like, is Travis Hunter a bust? Now, I don't think he's a bust. Personally, I don't think he's a bust, but I do think that Travis Hunter, like I said, needs to focus on one side of the ball. But I'm gonna play the audio from the from Jason Whitlock's show, and I'm what it's gonna do is going to confirm what I thought about Travis Hunter, and also I want to come back and add my my take on what I think Travis Hunter, what they need to do with Travis Hunter moving forward.
Here's the thing. Everyone hits me up, and this is the funny part real quick. JB, it's only 2 games. You didn't say that with Sauce Gardner. You didn't say that with Patrick Surtain. You didn't say that with Stingley. Oh, damn, they're ready as rookies. They're the guy. They're natural, hip, swift, turn and run. Look at the backpedal. Look at the contact courage. You don't say that with this guy. Now he needs more games. He was the best ever, Jason, last year, you guys told me. But we also put him on a pedestal, Jason, which is so unfair to these kids, and I've been saying it for 3 years. The Travis Hunter thing, greatest ever. I said he's a bust, but what do I know? Shedeur Sanders.
Whoa. You just called Travis Hunter a bust?
Yeah, I said it a year and a half ago.
So hold on. You're saying 3 weeks, is it 3 weeks into his NFL deal? You're ready to call this, he's not going to live up to the hype in the NFL?
I got 28 guys in the league, man. My eyes work. I know who's good and who's not. Like, the guy's not that good. He's not as good as everybody thought he was. I'm just being honest. He's got great ball skills, good kid, all that. Look at him. Jamar Chase made him look like a little boy. He doesn't belong out there. You either need to put him on wideout and get him off the defense, or you put him on defense and get him on offense. Get him off offense. He's not that good. He's not generational. He's not Deion Sanders. He's not Champ Bailey. He's not Rod Wood.
So Coach JB said he got 20-something guys in the league, so he know what he's looking at. I don't have no guys in the league, and I'm telling you, when I just didn't see it. And he make a good point. Like when they were in college, he didn't face that kind of competition that where he was dominant, but he was dominant against guys who probably wouldn't get a chance, opportunity in the league, right? Coming out of high school, Travis Hunter was very highly recruited. And I think some of that is what weighed into like him, what weighed into him like being like so highly touted in college, because he was a 5-star athlete coming out of high school, right? But had he gone to like one of the larger programs where as though he would have seen that level of talent on a weekly basis, and if he'd have performed like he did, against those guys, then that would have been different. Then I would have felt like that was like those all that hype and stuff was well deserved. But it wasn't like that. He went to Jackson State and he dominated, while he was at Jackson State. Then he went to Colorado and dominated while he was at Colorado. But not too often did he get to face like, like some like those the guys who were really, really good. And so he did beat the people that, that they put in front of him, but he wasn't tested as often as like most other Heisman Trophy winners are. And so Coach JB, he just telling it like it is. And I saw the same thing. Like I said, in run support, he is not all that good. But let me get back to some more of Coach JB's take on what he sees in Travis Hunter.
Woodson, stop. I don't know why they always thought that. He played against D3 transfer wideouts. He didn't have to go against the NFL All-Pro every week. Come on, man. Play Colorado State. Stop. We got to stop. But we did that. I'm not blaming the kid. We did that. We said he's the best thing ever. He's the best thing ever. He ain't going to play both ways in the NFL. Remember everybody saying that?
I totally agree with that. It's the craziest thing. And I think they should make him a full-time defensive back. I think that pass interference he got last week was bogus. I thought it was perfect coverage. But if they get him up off offense, let him focus on one side of the football, I do think he's a hell of a corner. There's a corner I'm thinking of. He's not Deion, and he's certainly not.
He's got no contact courage, though. So if you don't have contact courage in today's game where you got to play the RPO and the flat defender and got to cover the run, and if the run breaks outside and you're the flat defender, guess who has to tackle the running back? He ain't doing that. This is a different.
That's very important right there. Like what Coach JB just brought up, contact courage. And like I said, I saw in a preseason game, I saw him like dive at the ankles of a running back. I forgot who the running back was, but he was a pretty stout running back, and he just dove at the feet of the running back and missed the tackle, and the guy went on to gain like about 5 or 10 more yards after that, right? And the thing is, can you imagine him trying to tackle the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills? What's the guy name? Josh Allen. It's not going to work. Josh Allen get to the outside, and he got to come up and help with Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Then you got Jaden Daniels. I think, like these guys are fast, but not only are they fast, they're a lot stronger than what they look. And you got to have, I don't see it. And that contact courage, I think in today's football game, today's football, that contact courage is very important.
Different game now. That's why we got Adams going from safety to linebacker, because he can't cover number 2 receivers down the middle anymore. He's stiff as heck, and he has to play linebacker, which I also called. So you don't have the same DBs in the back row anymore. You don't have Aeneas Williams and Champ Bailey and 4 nickel type of guys in the back row. You got stiffs now having to play the run more and play cover 0. And now I got to make a backer or a big-time guy to come in and guard a Travis Kelce in his prime or a Gronk. We don't have that anymore. The RPO game and all these other things have changed. Yeah,
now what would he do like in a situation where he came up against like one of the Travis Kelce or somebody? That's it's he is just not, he don't have that type of courage, and he don't hit like that, so I don't think, I personally would put him on the offensive side of the ball. Like going up against Saquon Barkley or somebody like that, and run support. I don't see that happening. he would definitely, in order for him to be an effective NFL football player, he would definitely have to focus on one side of the ball and put everything he has into being the best he could as an offense on the offensive side of the ball. Then on top of that, I'm not sure if they're going to get to that part, but his route running, I don't even think like his route running is really all that good. Coach JB might even touch on that. Let me see.
Now you have to tackle players. He's not a tackler. And if he does become a tackler, guess where he ends up? On the bench again, hurt, like he did when he was at Colorado. He's not durable enough to play both ways, number one. And then if he does play defense only, guess what? Then you go on over to offense, Jason, and you listen to Steve Smith and other guys talk that know what they're talking about. They clearly point out he's not near a good route runner. He's just running to get open. He looks like a guy out there playing street ball, playing both ways at the Turkey Bowl of Thanksgiving Day with your homies. He's not the guy that's refined, and we put him on a pedestal. We set him up for failure. And this is what we did with Arch Manning. We set him up for failure.
I agree with Coach JB. He is just not Travis Hunter is not good in run support. His route running. See, and that's why you would want him to focus on either one side of that ball, because you gotta have precision in your route running if you want to be an effective NFL player. You know, I don't care how much speed you have, you gotta be, you still have to be precise in your route running. I didn't see that. At this level, you just can't run to get open in the NFL. You gotta, you have to know what you're doing. And to know what you're doing, you gotta focus on one side of the ball. He's not like, he is physically gifted, but his physical gifts will not compensate for his lack of technical skill. And that right there, I think is going to be an issue. I think he needs to develop his technical skills on either one side of the ball or another in order for him to be an effective NFL football player. And so that's my take on it. I think Coach JB did an excellent job of really just, describing what Travis Hunter really is. I don't think he's a bust, but I do think that, he's going to have to focus on one side of the ball, or else he will be out of the league. I think it should be the offense, because defensively, he don't look like he's durable enough, and he don't have that courage that Coach JB alluded to. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, also don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next episode. Peace.